Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show. Here on the Geeky Puppet Show today for what? For it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, or as we have dubbed it, it's the Great Pumpkin Puppetine. Because tonight, in the place of Charlie Brown and Linus, we have two starring roles, and that is Puppetine as Charlie Brown and Froggy as Linus. Say hello, Frog. Yes.
Hi.
Are you excited?
I am very excited.
Oh, well, that's good. And, of course, we have Maranya as every woman in the world. She will be Lucy tonight.
Good evening.
Yes. And we have a graphic man in the audience. Hello to you, graphic man. I'm glad you like the thumbnail. I worked hard on it.
He works hard for the money. So hard.
There's money involved.
Honey.
But let's go ahead and let's pull up a background image. Yes, before we start, and as you can see, it's a little Puppetine right there instead of Charlie Brown. If only I had a yellow colored shirt, it'd be the perfect costume. But let's go ahead and give this a real start. Give it the old college try. And I have the page up. So, are we ready, cast?
Ready.
I am ready. Ready?
Da 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 da.
Da, da, da.
The movie starts with Froggy and Lucy exiting their house. Linus finds an apple on the ground. He goes ahead, picks it up, takes a bite, then throws it in the trash bin. Then Linus finds leaves on the ground and kicks them as they head to a pumpkin patch. Linus finds a small pumpkin, goes ahead and shows it to Maranya, and whenever Froggy shows it, she goes ahead and shakes her head. Froggy then goes to find a medium pumpkin and shows it to Maranya again, and again she shakes her head. No. And points to the pumpkins once more. Well, at that point, Froggy finds a large pumpkin, the biggest pumpkin he can find, and shows it, and then she finally nods while patting the pumpkin. They head to their house and go through a fence. Froggy can't fit it through, so he rolls the pumpkin around the fence. Yeah, that's right. And he tries to slow it down so he doesn't hit Maranya.
Oh, God, no.
Then he rolls with the pumpkin, crashes into the front step.
Oh, dear God, no.
And Maranya's just glaring at Froggy.
I didn't
She
do it.
uses a little body language to tell him to get it inside. Froggy brings the pumpkin in and buds it down on a piece of paper. He then wipes his head.
Whew.
We see Maranya come in with a knife and stab the pumpkin on the head and cuts it in a circle. Takes one layer of the insides out.
Oh, you didn't tell me you're going to kill it. Oh, God, no. Oh.
The scene fades to...
It's dead!
to Lucy and the gang going trick-or-treating. Bats come out of an old house. Floating pumpkins surround them. Skeletons appear behind them. Evil black cat appears in front of them. And a witch is chasing them. The gang runs into the pumpkin patch and hide. They look up to see that it's safe. And thus the title, It's the Great Pumpkin Puppetine, appears. Written by Charles M. Schulz, ruined by us. The scene fades, and we see Snoopy blowing on a leaf and blowing it into a pile of other leaves. Thanks, old pal, says, well, me. Snoopy then wags his tail, and we then go to Linus, who is Froggy. Froggy, who is sucking on a yellow spiraled sucker, and he looks at the off-screen pile of leaves, and he says,
Never jump into a pile of leaves with a wet sucker.
Yes, he runs in, lands butt first, and then we see Charlie Brown roll his eyes. I roll my eyes and give Froggy a waving fist. Lucy stops by with a football.
Charlie Brown, I've got a football. How about practicing a few place kicks? I'll hold the ball and you come running and kick it.
Oh, brother, I don't mind your dishonesty half as much as I mind your opinion of me. You must think I'm stupid.
Oh, come on, Charlie Brown.
No,
I'll hold it steady.
nuh-uh.
Please?
You just want me to come running up to kick that ball so you can pull it away and see me land flat on my back and kill myself.
How did he know? This time you can trust me. See, here's a signed document testifying that I promise not to pull it away. It is signed. It's a signed document.
Well, I guess if you have a signed document in your possession, you can't go wrong. Charlie Brown stops walking.
That's
This year-
PUPPETINE.
Okay, yes. I stop walking. This year, I'm really going to kick that football. I run up. Puppetine runs up, tries to kick the football, but Miranya pulls it away again. I go flying and in the air screaming, ah!
He
And
eats.
drop the document as I land on my back with a big thud. Lucy Miranya catches the document.
Peculiar thing about this document, it was never notarized.
We then move to the Van Pelt's house. Froggy and Miranya's house.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you writing to, Froggy?
This is the time of the year to write the Great Pumpkin on Halloween night. The Great Pumpkin rises out of his pumpkin patch and flies through the air with his bag of toys for all the children.
You must be crazy. When are you going to stop believing in something that isn't true?
When you stop believing in that fellow with the YouTube channel that you're based off of. You know the guy who puts on the red suit and he has a white beard and goes, ho, 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 I love comics.
We're obviously separated by denominational differences. Puppetine then walks away.
You must be discouraged because more people believe in Santa Claus than you. Well, let's face it, Santa Claus has more publicity. But being number 2, perhaps you try harder.
Snoopy enters and giggles and laughs at Froggy's letter. Froggy glares at him, but Snoopy then walks to where Miranya is and is still laughing. Miranya picks Snoopy up.
And I eat him. I eat him.
Yep. We yeet Snoopy. She then enters the room where Froggy is in and finds him writing to the Great Pumpkin. She grabs him by his collar.
Not again. Writing a letter to a stupid pumpkin? You make me the laughing stock of the neighborhood. All they talk about is my little brother who always writes to the Great Pumpkin. You better cut it out right now or I'll pound you.
There are 3 things I've learned never to discuss with people. Religion, YouTube, politics, and the Great Pumpkin, Miranya.
Patty then says,
You're wasting your time. The Great Pumpkin is a fake.
Everyone tells me you're a fake, but I believe in you. P.S. If you really are a fake, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
and that's when Sally asks,
What are you doing, Linus?
Who's Linus? My name's Froggy. Get it right.
Hey.
I'd rather not say. You might laugh, Miranya.
I'm not Aranya, I'm Sally.
Okay. Surely you must be Sally.
Stop calling me Shirley. Oh, I never laugh at you, Froggy. You're so intelligent.
I'm writing to the Great Pumpkin.
You say the cutest things.
On Halloween night, the Great Pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch. then flies through the air to bring toys to all the good little children everywhere. Would you like to sit with me in the pumpkin patch on Halloween night and wait for the great pumpkin?
Oh, I'd love to, Froggy.
What's going on here? What are you trying to do to my little sister?
And how do you think you're going to mail that letter? You can't possibly reach the mailbox, and I'm not going to help you.
We see Froggy use his blanket like a lasso to open the mailbox. Then he tosses the letter in. Later that day, Puppetine, me, has a surprise waiting for him in the mailbox. Hey, I got an invitation to a Halloween party.
Is the invitation to Violet's party, Puppetine?
No, it's to Breen's. Yes, it's the first time I've ever been invited to a party.
Puppetine, if you got an invitation, it was a mistake. There were 2 lists, Puppetine. One to invite and one not to invite. You must have been put on the wrong list.
Puppetine then blushes sadly.
Aww.
Look, we see Maranya exit as Froggy enters with a sign saying, "Eat at Joe's Great Pumpkin." Then Froggy leaves. Then we see Froggy enter once again with a sign before he goes to the pumpkin patch. The scene fades to Sally making her costume. She's cutting 2 eye holes in the ghost costume. When she's done, she picks up the costume and she squeals in fright. The scene then cuts to Lucy, Violet, and Puppetine.
A person should always choose a costume which is in direct contrast to her own personality.
Maranya is wearing a witch costume. That's when Sally enters with her ghost costume.
Is Linus taking me to the party?
No one knows who Linus is.
Sorry. That stupid blockhead of a brother of mine is out in the pumpkin patch making his yearly fool of himself. Boy, is he strange. But maybe there is a great pumpkin. Every year, Froggy misses tricks or treats, and then the Halloween party. He'll never learn. Do I get to go trick-or-treating with you, big brother?
Oh, well, sure, Sally.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! How do we do it? All you have to do is walk up to a house, ring the doorbell, and say, "Tricks or treats?" Are you sure it's legal? Of course it's legal. I wouldn't want to be accused of taking part in a rumble.
Oh, good grief.
Is that you, Patty? And Frida comes in and says, "No."
Shermie then asks,
Yo, where is Puppetine?
Puppetine, me, enters in a costume covered with holes. Here I am, had a little trouble with scissors. Pigpen, wearing a ghost costume, trailing dust, says,
They'll never guess it's me under here.
And Frida goes, "Hello, Pigpen. Glad you could make it."
Son of a... How do you know it was me?
Snoopy enters wearing a flyer's helmet, goggles, and a scarf.
What kind of costume is that?
Well, he's a World War I flying ace.
Now I've seen everything. All right, everybody, we'll go trick-or-treating and then over to Violet's for the big Halloween party.
Yay!
Hey, have you come to sing pumpkin carols?
You blockhead. You're going to miss all the fun just like last year.
Don't talk like that. The Great Pumpkin knows which kids have been good and which kids have been bad.
You'll be sorry.
Oh, good grief. Again. Everybody then walks off with Sally following them. She sees Froggy, still waiting for her, and runs back.
He'll come here because I have the most sincere pumpkin patch and you suspect sex sincerity.
Do you really think he'll come?
Tonight, the Great Pumpkin will rise out of the pumpkin patch. He flies through the air and brings toys to all the children of the world.
That's a good story.
You don't believe the story of the Great Pumpkin? I thought little girls believed everything that was told to them. I thought little girls were innocent and trusting.
Welcome to the 20th century. All right, once and for all, are you coming or are you staying? We can't waste all night.
The others leave.
I'm glad you came back, Sally. We'll just sit here in this pumpkin patch and you'll see the great pumpkin with your own eyes.
If you try to hold my hand, I'll slug you.
Each year, the great pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch that he thinks is the most sincere. He's got to pick this one because he's got to. I don't see a pumpkin patch here can be more sincere than this one. You can look all around and there's not a sign of hypocrisy. Nothing but sincerity as far as the eye can see. Holy crap, it's dark out here.
And then all say in 3, 2, 1, trick or treat, money or eat.
Can I have an extra piece of candy for my stupid brother? He couldn't come with us because he's sitting in a pumpkin patch, waiting for the great pumpkin. It's so embarrassing to have to ask for something extra for that blockhead, Froggy. I got 5 pieces of candy. I got a chocolate bar. I got a quarter.
I got a rock. All then say once again in 3, 2, 1,
Trick or treat. Gee, I got a candy bar. Boy, I got 3 cookies. Hey, I got a package of gum.
I got a rock.
We can't see it. There we go. Higher.
I got a rock. And all say once again in 3, 2, 1,
Trick or treat. I got a popcorn ball. I got a fudge bar. I got a packet of gum.
I've got a rock.
I want a rock.
Violet then says,
By the way, whatever happened to the World War I flying ace?
Puppetine me, and then visualizes what happened. Snoopy, in flying ace gear, climbs atop of his doghouse like a plane. Oh, I say. He's probably getting ready to take off in his Sopwith camel on the next dawn patrol. His mission is to find the Red Baron and shoot him down. Here's the World War I flying ace climbing into the cockpit of the Sopwith camel. Snoopy then moves his mouth as if to speak. Contact! He shouts. Snoopy starts up his doghouse plane and takes off after the Red Baron. The engines are revving. The plane is whirring. Explosions. Firing guns. Gunshots. More guns. Oh my gosh, the guns. Here's the World War I flying ace. Imagining he's down behind enemy lines, making his way across the French countryside. Boom! Explosions.
Come on, let's get going. It's time for the Halloween party.
Yeah, that's
Yay!
Violet then says,
Has the great pumpkin been by? Ha 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 ha. What blockheads. Sitting in a pumpkin patch in the middle of the night. You've missed trick or treat, and now you're going to miss the Halloween party. What a way to spend Halloween. Ha 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 ha.
You think you're so smart? Just wait till the great pumpkin comes. You'll be here, and you'll be sorry. You can bet on that.
Froggy knows what he's talking about. Froggy knows what he's doing. All right, where is he?
He'll be here.
I hope so. I have my reputation to think of, you know. And just think of all the fun we're missing.
Just look. Nothing but sincerity as far as the eye can see. Boy, I wish I could see a night.
At the party, Violet says,
Charlie Brown, you'll have to model for us.
"Oh, me? Puppetine? You want me to model?"
Patty
Patty
goes,
then says,
Sure, Puppetine. You'll be the perfect model. Turn him around.
Yeah, turn around, Puppetine.
Violet, drawing on the back of my head.
If we shape the eyes like this, and the nose like this, and the mouth like this, and I'm drawing the same thing on a pumpkin. Yes, that's the way. Thank you, Puppetine. You were a perfect model.
I turn red with anger. Dun dun dun. Maranya then says,
All right, let's bob for apples. This is the way to do it.
Schroeder then says, "Yeah, Lucy, you should be good at this. You have the perfect mouth for it."
And after I bob for apples and I find Snoopy on the same apple that I bring up, Black! My lips touch dog lips. Black! Ugh! Poison! Dog lips! Black! Ugh!
Back in the pumpkin patch.
If anyone had told me I'd be waiting in a pumpkin patch on Halloween night, I'd have said they were crazy.
Just think, Sally. When the great pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch, we'll be here to see him. What's that? What's that? I hear the great pumpkin. There he is. There he is. It's the great pumpkin. He's riding out of the pumpkin patch.
The silhouette of Snoopy is on the moon. Froggy then moans and faints.
What happened? Did I faint? What did he leave us? Did he leave us any toys?
I was robbed. I spent the whole night waiting for the great pumpkin when I could have been out for tricks or treats.
She covers her mouth as she realizes what she's saying.
Halloween is over and I missed it.
She then
You
points.
blockhead! You kept me up all night waiting for the great pumpkin and all that came was a beagle. I didn't get a chance to go out for tricks or treats. And it was all your fault. I'll sue. What a fool I was. I could have had candy apples and gum and cookies and money and all sorts of things. But no, I had to listen to you, you blockhead. What a fool I was. Trick or treats come only once a year and I missed it by sitting in a pumpkin patch with a blockhead.
She says,
You
sneaky
owe me restitution!
You've heard of a fairy of a woman scorned, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Well, that's nothing compared to the fear of a woman who has been cheated out of trick or treats.
Linus then says to Sally as she's walking away with everyone else,
Hey, aren't you going to wait and greet the great pumpkin? Huh? Won't be long now. If the great pumpkin comes, I'll still put a good word for you. Good grief! I said if, I meant when he comes. I'm doomed. One little slip like that could cause the great pumpkin to pass you by. Oh, great pumpkin, Angleton, where are you?
The next day, I'm walking. Well, another Halloween has come and gone.
Yes, Puppetine.
I don't understand it. I went trick-or-treating and all I got was a bag full of rocks. Just rocks all over. I suppose you spent all night in the pumpkin patch, huh, Froggy? Froggy then nods.
Mm-hmm.
And the great pumpkin never showed up?
Nope.
Well, don't take this too hard, Froggy. I've done a lot of stupid things in my life, too.
Stupid? What do you mean, stupid? Just wait till next year, Puppetine.
You'll see next year at the same time, I'll find a pumpkin patch that is real, sincere, and I'll sit in the pumpkin patch until the great pumpkin appears. He'll rise out of that pumpkin patch. He'll fly through the air with his bag of toys. The great pumpkin will appear, and I'll be waiting for him. I'll be there. I'll be sitting there in the pumpkin patch, and I'll see the great pumpkin. Just wait and see it, Puppetine. I'll see that great pumpkin. I see that great pumpkin. You just wait, Pumpkin-tine. And great pumpkin will appear. I'll be waiting for him. I'll be there. So I'll be sitting there in the pumpkin patch, and I'll see the great pumpkin. Just wait and see.
And then we reach the end.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
Yeah,
Yep.
he'll be there. Well, that is all there is in Dealy-Doo. And it was a lot of fun. It was the Great Pumpkin Puppetine. We had a couple slips in the names, but that's fine. I did it too. But we had a lot of fun, and that's the main goal.
Yes.
I think I should be doing more of these kind of things.
Actually, we're about the same length as the actual show.
Well, we are reading from the script, so it makes
Yes.
sense.
Well, we don't have commercials either. No
That's
Dolly
true. There's
Madison.
no commercials.
cakes or Coca-Cola.
If anybody would be willing, I'd be glad to put commercials on here, though.
It's always Coke in Florida.
And Graphic Man says Froggy coming out of Snoopy's belly like the Alien movie.
There wasn't much food in there.
Well, that's where Woodstock was sitting before. I felt it was fitting to put the frog there.
Yeah, and whoever the dope who put Woodstock in there is an idiot. He's not even in this show.
No, he's not
Well,
even in there yet.
I think it was official box art for it.
Yeah,
but
it's still a
it's-
blockhead.
What a blockhead. You know, calling Charlie Brown a blockhead doesn't make a lot of sense considering his head is round.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Ash is here. It's like he likes to show up at the very last second.
Yes. Well, we hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't see any of it, be sure to go back and check it out.
Yeah, hit that
Also-
rewind button.
Yes, rewind. Go ahead, enjoy the entire show. Also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Did you enjoy our performance? That's all there is. There's no, did you enjoy the book? It's just our performance. They're going on.
And for those of you who are still here watching us, me and two other people, possibly one, I don't know if you're watching, but
I'm not watching.
yeah, you don't watch yourself? Oh, maybe it's
I
just me.
watch it. I watch it on the rewind.
Anyway, for those who are watching right now, make sure to hop over by Engleteen Loves Comics, or just type in I Love Comics. Look for the bald head with the yellow background, I guess. I think it is. Kind of like
Yeah,
you.
it's like me, but more human and less attractive.
Yeah. That's it. That's what it is. Yeah. More responsibilities, too.
Mhm.
Anyway, he is going to be doing the first appearance reading of The Dead Man.
Yes.
No, not The Undertaker. Talking about the DC hero.
Dead Man. Yes, be sure to check it out. I'm going to be watching along, and it's going to be a fun show. So we will see you there, and we hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. So for Froggy, Maranya, and myself, thank you so much, and bye!
Bye.
It's the Great Pumpkin Puppetine.
Eat at Joe's.
The Great Pumpkin wants you to eat at Joe's.